Hello everyone, welcome to a different style of content today. As you can see, my audio is currently not synced up with my, oh my god, with the current video. That's because my microphone didn't decide to record with the friggin' video for some reason today. It was really annoying and frustrating, and I probably spent about 2 hours procrastinating on like different ideas to look up for the channels and how to grow my channel so I don't get stuck in shitty situations like these again. I mean, I've been looking it up for the last while now, and you're probably going to see some different ideas on the channel for the last week. But yeah, here's your recap of the last episode in Spain. We finished 12th. Verstappen finished second with the fastest lap, so he increased his championship lead. It was our first race outside the points this season, and Fernando Alonso pulled off a Spanish Grand Prix dub, a home Grand Prix win for Fernando Alonso. That's very huge for him as he continues his season, and he's the only winner besides myself and Verstappen so far this season. And yeah, we're going to take a look at some parts that I'm currently working on. You can see that there's all that fun stuff, yada yada do. And yeah, aerodynamics, we're going to upgrade this part here. We should have it between the British Grand Prix and the Belgian Grand Prix. Actually, no, we do not upgrade that yet, or do we? I can't even remember what I did. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to head to the Red Bull Ring. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. Let's get down to business and let's get into the race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. The Black Mamba lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Stroll, Leclerc, Norris, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Bottas, Sainz, Albon, Ricciardo, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Joe, and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside.
Welcome to the
sprint,
ladies and gentlemen. Here's where I pick my strategy and all that. We managed to get sprint qualifying pole. That was a huge win for us. And yeah, as you can see, here's how we're lining up for the sprint race. It is myself on pole. George Russell was the man who gave me the slipstream for the pole position. We ended up taking pole position by like 3/10 or something crazy like that. So no complaints there. And yeah, was very happy to have a good position for the sprint. I gotta stop yapping so I can be lazy and don't have to edit here earlier. This gives you guys a whole different perspective on me. This is the side of me that's giving you perspective while I'm editing. I mean, I feel like I'm going through a midlife crisis right now with all the content I need to reproduce. But here you go. 5 red lights are out, and we are underway for the Austrian Grand Prix. Verstappen gets a better jump than us off the line. We make a big dive around the outside. And yeah, we are now into first position. We lead the way here at the Austrian Grand Prix. We were able to hold this for a while. Well, for a little bit, I should say. Into turn 1, nice and clean. I was so thankful to not be jumbled up in the back of that pack. But we take and hold the lead at the, almost said Australian, the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. Can we hold off the Red Bull powered car, the Red Bull Ford of Max Verstappen? Yes, you shall see. The mods are back into the game after the Spanish Grand Prix. Thank God I was able to put them back into the game. And yeah, we were just ripping around, doing what we need to do, holding on to our first place position. Here comes Verstappen making a move around the outside into the second last corner. Luckily, we hold it down. I did not lift at all there through that corner. I am not going to lie to you. But we hold the lead here at the Austrian Grand Prix. Fastest lap, don't mind if I do. And let's see what happens here. This is going to get very weird to do because I'm going to be talking non-stop. I'm going to give myself a sip of water as Max Verstappen makes a move to the inside. Okay, that's helpful. And Verstappen takes the lead here at the Austrian Grand Prix. Good move there by the Red Bull driver as he slides into the first position. I don't know why I paused the game. I think I wanted to press the overtake button and I pressed the pause button instead. But this is honestly your summary of the sprint, man. This is what happened for the next 6 laps. I was just stuck behind Max Verstappen and could not make the move for the life of me. So we tried to set it up for the last lap of the Grand Prix and see what we could do here. As you could see, Max Verstappen was looking to take the spot. We did not let him have it. Well, he did not let me have it, I should say. We made our look a couple of times. It just never worked out, and we were just too far back to fully secure the move. You can see what the results are looking like for the, for behind us at the end of the race here. But as you can see, Verstappen sends it into the final couple of corners. We are just too far back to try and make that move. And all I was saying at this point is that Red Bull is just too fast for my Audi. I wanted to go up there. I really wanted to go up there and give Verstappen hell, but it just was not meant to be today. And through the final couple of corners, we were able to take a 2nd place in the Austrian Grand Prix sprint. Maybe if we had one more lap, I got really close to Max there on that last set of corners. If we had one more lap, maybe we'd be able to get him and hold him off, but it just wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, we pull off the 2nd place in the race, or the sprint race, sorry. Verstappen was driver of the day. And yeah, you will see the results here for the sprint very, very, very shortly. There we are. Again.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up,
thanks, Crofty. But this is just, it's so weird to do this on a post-race perspective. But here you'll see the results of the sprint. I mean, our main man that we're fighting with is Verstappen, and he finished ahead of me. Everybody else kind of irrelevant. Valtteri finished like 5 spots outside of the points, go figure. Oscar Piastri had a stinker of a sprint race. He'll only beat Zhou Guanyu, Daniel Ricciardo, and Logan Sargent. We saved the full race replay. Here's your point standings after the sprint, and yeah, now it is time to head into qualifying for the main race. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I made a really, really, really stupid mistake in qualifying. As you can see, it was a wet weather qualifying. I was about P3 on the board, and there you can see it on my face. So you could see everybody else was out on sauce, and I thought we were all going to go back out on inters. I did not know that. I was so disappointed in myself, and that put me back at the back for this race, unfortunately. It was P19 we ended up qualifying. Well, the only car behind me was George Russell, ironically enough. But, yeah.
Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Bottas, Gasly, Hamilton, Ocon, Sainz, Zhou, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Albon, Ricciardo, the Black Mamba, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Now into the main race, guys. This is where things really got down to business. We had to clutch up big time. Starting at the back, we were essentially forced to drive our way up to the lead, and as you can see, we had a decent start, pretty even with Daniel Ricciardo right there. I really wanted to sneak to the outside of Alex Albon, but I caught a little bit of the rumble strips there. Albon was just able to have a better runoff and beat me into the hairpin here, the 90-degree. I really wanted the bottom lane. I was able to sneak ahead just a little bit. I was trying to give someone on the bottom space, but Joe was cutting into me. We're up to P14 just after 2 corners, well, 3 corners technically, so wasn't that mad about that start at all. We were able to slide in behind the Hulk and Lewis Hamilton in the battle, and I was actually able to make a move on the Hulkenberg, as you will see very shortly. Hulk was holding off Hamilton there on the inside. I honestly don't know how Hulkenberg didn't make out better at the Andretti, considering he had the inside line. I get he's up against a Mercedes, but still. We make the move to the inside of Hulkenberg right here. There we are. Send it in a little deep to that second last corner. This is probably my favorite sector of this whole track in general, just because I can be so fast around here compared to everybody else. As you can see, the next man up on our list was Lewis Hamilton. He actually was able to get by Esteban Ocon. We slide underneath Esteban Ocon right there. We're going side by side into that long left-hander, and we were actually able to pinch him a little bit, Senna style, get around the outside, job done. Next up, the man was Lewis Hamilton. We were able to try and make our nose, peek our nose in on the inside. Lewis was one-on-one with us. We make a move to the outside here. I wanted to go for the switchback, hence why I backed off a little bit. Rolled off, went for the switchback. We had the grip right there, but Lewis had the momentum off. As you can see, we just couldn't really fully match him. Our engine's down on power compared to these guys for some reason. Maybe it's our aerodynamics too, but we slide to the inside of Lewis Hamilton there. I actually hate that braking zone when you're on the inside, because I'm trying to, because everybody wants to pinch you in with the AI, it feels like, and we just essentially had to make as much room as we can. But yeah, we slid to the inside of Lewis Hamilton. We were able to jump into P11. There was a caution up ahead, and it was for the McLaren, who's an underperforming this year. It's Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri had to park it up. Piastri's day was done and dusted. Oscar Piastri out of the Austrian Grand Prix. Now our next man up was Pierre Gasly up in the Alpine. We weren't able to catch him for a little bit, but as you can see, we're going to show you the replay shortly of what happened to Oscar Piastri. You see him go off right about there. You'll see me pull through very shortly. And yeah, that was Oscar Piastri's day done and dusted. Unfortunately, he was out of the Austrian Grand Prix, and that is the McLaren's day done and dusted. It's honestly a cool spot to park it up. I would watch a race right here any day. I mean, to take a stand on one of them bollards, you're looking pretty good. But yeah, nothing really happened at this point. We lost a second to the Alpine up ahead. And I should mention at this point that my fuel was really low. I completely underfilled the car. Unfortunately, at the start of the race, I only gave myself half a lap of extra fuel. Austria is a track that eats up fuel. And yeah, I wanted to give myself a lap and a half of extra fuel, but that didn't work. We came in for our pit stop here on lap 12, and we hit the wall here under braking. Don't mind me, it didn't damage the car, so we were all good. There's Lewis. We're going to make our bucks. 2, 1. Stroll cuts out in front of me. No, that's Alonso, sorry. There we go. Quick pit stop by the boys in green, even though we're driving a red car. Oh, mods. But anyway, we are out and rolling. We are in P13 as it stands. And yeah, at this point, I just wanted to get the hell away from Lewis Hamilton. There was actually a spin up in Sector 2 there. You can see on the mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner. It was actually Sergio Perez who binned it, I can confirm. And here was Valtteri Bottas racing with myself. My teammate was the man ahead of me at this point after Perez's spin. Gasly was just up on the road. That's how things cycled out. We tried to make a move on Valtteri here, and Honestly, there was a point where I was behind Valtteri. It's like I was just going to try to save fuel. I was 0.3 under at this point, but at one point I just kind of accepted and said that we were running out. So I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to try and pass as many cars as I can as we made a move to the outside of Valtteri Bottas. Here's me making a move on Yuki Tsunoda and the Ferrari, and now I only had Gasly and Stroll left in my sights. We make a move to the outside of Gasly. We pinched him into the corner. Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Flashback. Yeah, this race was a very frustrating race. I had to use a lot of flashbacks. I'm kind of exposing myself here. There we go. Do I keep it on the track this time? I do. Lance Stroll was the man up ahead, and around here is where we'll cut to the final lap of the Grand Prix. Oh, we got a little loose there, but as you guys know, we are a little low and down on the fuel. I'm interested, I mean, I'll get to this part later, but I'm really interested to see how this video comes out editing-wise, but there you go. We made a move to the inside of Stroll at turn 1, and there we go. We just had these guys yet to worry about. Other than our fuel. Our fuel was the only other thing I was worried about. Alonso was 6 seconds ahead. My main target at this point was just get as far ahead as you can, so I didn't have to worry about these guys re-overtaking me. Here was Yuki Tsunoda making a move. I hold it on the inside the best I can, ride the curve a little bit. We are up into P5 once again. And now at this point, I'm just wondering, I was like, okay, we're going to run out of fuel anytime now. And around about here, you can see the car start to slow down. The engine revs are way down. And at this point, I was just like, well, if they're going to stand right behind me, I might as well block. Unfortunately, I couldn't block 2 lanes at once. So you see everybody flying right by me. Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Esteban Ocon. We put it to the inside. We're still holding them off somehow. And then we're still in the points. I was like, okay, I might be able to get some points. And then Yuki goes to the outside of me. Then there goes Stroll. Then there goes Bottas. Then there's Hülkenberg, Albon, Russell. And the disappointing day ends in P15. Rough go.
And a
just a rough go.
From Max Verstappen.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Well, there you go, guys. Here is your finishing results from the Austrian Grand Prix. I mean, it just wasn't meant to be for us today. The points have been really shaken up. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this style of editing. I don't know what it's going to be from this point forward. I mean, I might continue to try videos like these. This is something I'm far from used to. So if you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. I'll see if I can do this more often. And yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, help me grow my channel so I can avoid more midlife crisis like what I went through today. But yeah, it is what it is. Some things aren't meant to be. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. I'll see you in the next one.